Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are going to have a blast playing big Magic today, which is one of my favorite ways to play. I've actually been wanting to play Elder Gargaroth for a long time, and I just remember as it gets spoiled and then people start talking about it and everyone's like, well, it's not really a good thing, because it just dies to removal, that whole thing right there, which it is annoying. It's true. It does die to removal, and that's part of the reason we haven't seen it played a lot. At the same time though, a turn 3 Elder Gargaroth is busted. It's as busted, I think, as maybe a Nissa on turn 3. Maybe not quite there, but it's another big 5-drop. So that is basically our goal for this deck, is we have the ability to go for a turn 3 Gargaroth, Nissa, or Vivian. And we are just going to play all the 4-drops and 5-drops with all of the ramp in the early game to make sure that we are hitting 4-drops and 5-drops. And then just kind of be awesome. We just are playing a lot of big stuff, and we're just going to try to have that be enough for us here. I did bring in some Garruk's Uprising, which now I'm kind of wondering if I want as many of those as we do. I might bring in another Grazer here. I do like the Uprising, being able to give trample to our questing beast, kind of go big on this stuff, but we do have so many planeswalkers in this deck that it doesn't necessarily work out super well for us. Not quite as well as just some of this. So we're kind of just playing like big green planeswalkers as well. In fact, you know what? We're going to go down one more and go to one Ugin. One Ugin on the top end, because, we're playing the big rampy stuff. Might as well. Changing up as I go. I can do that. It's my channel. There you go. So anyway, yeah, so the dream here, we have lots of mythics in this deck. I know mythics are hard to come by. It's even hard for me right now, especially with historic. That's one of the reasons I'm not playing as much historic right now as well, is that historic is hard to get wildcards for right now. Like jumpstart stuff, you can't just buy more jumpstart cards and get what you want necessarily. Getting wild cards, you don't get wild cards by buying more jumpstart events. And so instead of just dumping money into buying packs of stuff I already have, I'm just going to wait till the next set and hopefully get enough that I can do everything. That's basically what it comes down to now. And so we're going to be playing in standard for quite a while right now, based off of what you guys want. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want more historic, but from what I can tell, almost everyone prefers standard here. And so we're going to be playing a little bit more standard. And this is the kind of stuff we're wanting to do. Big green stompy, just big awesomeness is what we're going for. So yeah, on the early game, we have the ramp with a Grazer, Gilded Goose, Paradise Druid, and Wolfwillow Haven to be able to ramp us up, to be able to get to all of our big stuff so we can hit it consistently. Playing these early means that we get a lot of value out of them. Like having a Nissa on turn 3 is busted, but even if it's turn 4, still a lot of bustedness going on there. And then that's basically what we're trying to do. Eventually get to Ugins, other big things, and life is great. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. All right, so we have a turn 3 Vivian, I believe. So we keep this. Definitely a keeper hand. Gilded Goose, actually decent blocker here. They're going to force a shock if they have it. Yeah. Wolfwillow Haven, nice because it doesn't actually die to anything. But Paradise Druid is pretty hard to beat as well. So this is where I feel like Garruk's Uprising. I like the idea of having this be able to give trample to our questing beast, stuff like that. It sometimes is just very nice to have. All right, so they did get rid of our dude. I don't like that, bro. All right, I guess we can technically get mana out of Wolfwillow Haven the turn it comes out if we play it later. So we're gonna go ahead and play out Paradise Druid, pass the turn. Why, thank you. No blocks, yeah. Light of the stage or just Bone Crushy here? All right, goes out with the Annex. All right, we are just gonna play our Harbinger, play Vivian on the next turn. Just start creating bodies, pass the turn. We're trying to avoid an Embercleave as much as humanly possible. This is where I missed I think it was the Dominaria Vivian, or was it Corset or something like that, where she was able to destroy artifacts, enchantments. That in standard right now would be so busted because it destroys so many targets. Really, really good. What's up, Baba Bark? How are ya? We will kill that. Play the Viv. Create some blockers. Let's go with Vigilance. Pass the turn. So they can do quite a bit of damage to this. If they have land, they can Castle Embereth and swing in. We will trade off with the Bone Crushy. Yeah, it's kind of what we've got. I guess we maybe don't. If they do swing in with everything, we basically take up their entire turn by blocking Bone Crusher Giant. Robber the Rich comes out as well. Okay. Did you just call me Jeffinator? Not sure how I feel about that. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Welcome. All right, swings Robber at face and Champion at face. We do want to keep Vivian alive. That is our best chance of actually winning any sort of game here. So I'm expecting Embercleave onto one of these guys, perhaps. Gots the Stompy. Rude. Yeah, we're in trouble. They got rid of... We've kind of drawn into all of our ramp and support cards and none of our other things. And overall, that's bad. All right, play Wolfula Haven onto this forest. I guess we sack food here. Just try to pass the turn. Yeah, I don't even know. Torbrand, yeah. Yeah. That's good. It does kill one of these guys, or yeah, but we do survive here. We get to trade off with the Robber of the Rich. If we top deck like a bunch of big things over and over again, we still can stay in this game. Okay, we get another 3/3 beast. We get something that they may have to deal with.
I like animals better than people.
This is where Grook's Uprising is a little bit awkward. Is a lot of the creatures, the Planeswalkers, make creatures that are 3 power instead of 4 power. We do have our big creatures that we can hit, but that's only meh. All right, they have Castle Embereth. I do believe this is at least close to lethal. Yeah, we're dead. Carillion. Bring on Carillion. We got some ramp. We have some big things to ramp into. We keep it. This is basically what we want in every hand. Is we want 2 pieces of ramp, 2 big things, and then we hope to only draw big things from that point. The one issue with this deck is we might be running too many ramp spells, and sometimes you do just run into too many ramp spells and can't do much else. Here is kind of a nice play that we can do, though. Wolfula Haven onto the forest. No counter spells. Don't do... Oh my... Okay, they didn't counter. I'm fine. Onto the forest, into Paradise Druid, into Vivs on the next turn. I guess Questing Beast is pretty good as well, but that's a lot of ramp. No attacks, pass the turn. Maybe we should be playing more Ugins as well, like honestly. I want to play the big beefy creatures and all these Planeswalkers that are amazing as well. Okay, discard a Vivian. Play a Vivian. Yeah, this way we get a little bit more value out of the -2. So let's go ahead and play this out. Give it... I guess Reach isn't bad. Trample might not be bad if they are playing tokens. We can play Reach on the next turn. Swing with Paradise Druid. Down to 18. Pass the turn. Doom Foretold. Rude. Alright, so resolve, sack a Grazer. Land and Gargaroth. All right, now this is the dream. All right, this is what we can do with this deck. Gargaroth into Questing Beast.
I hope things...
Into so much pain for them. I almost feel bad about it. Like, so close to feeling bad. But nah. All right, this feels like a Dance of the Mans deck, which I've not seen Dance of the Mans played in forever. I'm kind of excited about it. Just playing Yorion, so Doom Foretold comes back. We do get to discard what's in our hand and draw a card, but that's definitely not enough to win any kind of games here, so that's cool. All right, so sacrifice Wolfula Haven. No, cancel. Resolve. Sack the Wolfula Haven. Keep more damage on board here. I think we still have lethal though, right? So We get to draw a card with the Gargaroth, so if it gets blocked. Yeah, so swing in, draw a card, or make a beast, do something big. That's definitely game over. All right, let's mulligan up against a Marlin Bundo. And this is the issue with this deck is if we don't find our ramp spells, we're in some serious issues because we have a lot of 4-drops and 5-drops. So mulligan again, keeping 5. This is a keeper. We do keep it. Gilded Goose means we can get to Grook's Harbinger on turn 3, but only if it survives. Maybe we drop this. Are we on the play or the draw? This is a lot of lands going to the bottom, which means we likely won't have more. I could drop the Questing Beast and hope to just run into more big things. I think I'd rather have lands in this deck, but we do have more lands in the deck to be able to run into this stuff more often. Let's play the things that we can actually play. Questing Beast is amazing. Turn 2 Harbinger is not too shabby, especially hexproof against black against this deck. Should be good. Ruchi, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Whoa, no. Are they trying to kill my goose? They were hovering over it. I have like this like yeah, this like sense of dread always of they're totally gonna kill my goose. Can't go killing goosies all the time. That's just rude. All right, no blocks. We could block here to try to keep them off of like just playing like a Knight of the Even Legion here or something. That's fine. All right, they play nothing. We get Nissa on the next turn, play Harbinger, pass the turn. Hexproof is nice, but it's not protection. Wrinkle. We're gonna go ahead and chomp. That's a lot of... Oh, I forgot I needed to keep the Goosey. So now they sacrifice our board, right? So we swing in. If they hit in with Wrinkle, they definitely just sacrifice here anyway. So might as well get something else off the board, pass the turn. Oh, I forgot we need to keep the Goose. Down to 9, yeah. Draw us a card here. That'd be great. We need a land. We discard a card, sack a creature. Man, so much rudeness. Even if we find a goose, it doesn't really matter. I think that just prolonging our turns is better here. So while we have the mana up, we're going to sack the foods, gain the lives. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Not too shabby. Untap a forest, swing them in, and we're back in the game, bros. They don't have a way of actually killing Nissa here unless it's like Swift End or something like that. All right, swings in. Do they make us sack this forest? Yeah, okay. That's still fine. Okay, Arcbow Ranger.
Civilization too far. Tear it down. Harness the elements.
So let's see if we can kind of get them here. If they block with the Timuret and then we kill the Wrinkle, we get to kill both of them here. All right, so they do block, and then you kill Wrinkle. That also kills Timuret.
Watch out. They bite.
2 creatures dead. 2 planeswalkers on the battlefield. Not too shabby. Wrinkles, again, is definitely like, if they have another Wrinkle, we're in trouble. But even still, like, where do they put it? Okay, so they do have it. Of course they do. That's fine. I don't think, yeah, it's only if they hit a player that they get any triggers. So that's cool. That's cool.
The land fights for us.
Okay, down to 11, pass the turn. This deck is fun. Dude, Nissa's so busted.
Stop.
Rotting Reggie. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, play Harbinger. I think that we go aggro here.
Rise, my elemental
Get in for 6 more. They kill a forest, but that's kind of fine as long as Nissa does stay alive. If they swing in with more stuff, there's a much higher chance that we can still just swing in with everything else. Swings at face, makes us sacrifice a creature. We'll lose the, I guess it's the Harbinger. We have 8 mana, so if we did have Ugin, it'd be nice here. No, let's lose a forest. The hexproof is important. And we still have lethal at the moment. Plays another Inkle, okay. Alright, play Garuk. And I believe that's game.
I've got an axe to grind.
Alright, so 3 gets in here. So they have to block regardless. So I think we put the 3 here. It means that they have to block Harbinger and this, which means that Registrar does kind of have to die. I guess they can block here and block here. I said that lets them die, so they do have to block Registrar there to stay alive. Which then they have to block one of these. Might as well kill the Harbinger. They're looking at me like, man, how did this all go so wrong? How could this happen? Yeah. Okay, go to sound of 1. We do get to draw a card. Gets rid of all of the lands, though. Like, that is all of the lands. Do I want the Goose because of that? If we hit land, we have Harbinger, but does that actually matter here at this point? I mean, Harbinger is good. It does have hexproof. They are going to have to deal with it. The trample is hard for them to deal with. All right, they draw and lose. Whew! All right, that was good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, up against Gila Gorilla. Bring it on. We can actually keep this. Typically, I always want ramp in hand, but I'll take a turn 3 Harbinger with a couple turn 4 plays. So all we have to do is hit land or a ramp creature within the next 2 draws. And we should be good. I guess 3 draws, 4 draws. And we got the ramp creature. Shabalamo! Laugh is good. Good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going a wee bit crazy here. I almost feel bad about it. Almost. Alright, so do we ramp here? Garuk into Vivian, creating tokens every turn. Seems like a deal. We could also go Vivian, just kill this. Do they have hasty creatures? Yeah, I guess they do. Alright, we'll go for the Garuk. Pass the turn. Immortal Mess, thanks so much for the tier 1 sub as well. Wow, thank you guys so much. Hey, what's up, Geth? Yeah, we are trying to get to the top here. We are trying to get back up into the numbers and get to the top 1,200. Love the YouTube videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Legion Horboss. Block and kill. Ooh, yes. All right. A little bit of a tough choice. I think so this is definitely, this is like Dogs and Winota is what it feels like. So I think I want to get rid of the War Boss just to get rid of the chance of Winota coming.
Love tearing this place to the ground.
So kill War Boss.
You picked the wrong fight.
I think I pump here, but I don't swing.
I like to think.
Maybe we do. That's a lot of damage. And we have Questing Beast on the next turn. Like, what happens? We might lose a Planeswalker. I guess we can lock this game down a little bit longer. Vivian with all this stuff seems like it's pretty sweet. Is anyone keeping track of the number of accents that I did? I'm not saying good accents. I don't think any of them have been yet. But I've done a number of accents so far today. And, anyway, who cares? All right. Go Vivs. That is 3 green Planeswalkers and a Harbinger off the top. Yeah, it is nice. Ain't it? Ain't it? All right, let's give this Vigilance.
We will adapt to any.
This puts, let's see, they get trample onto it as well. So, trample.
We're fit enough to survive.
And I think I actually swing in with the Paradise Druid. Keep these guys back for a moment and just kind of swing in. If they want to kill Paradise Druid, they're killing the worst thing on the board while doing this. I could have just created another 3/3, which would have been pretty nice.
Under our might.
But that's fine. Actually, what I should have done is I should have used the 3/3 here before I created the one with Vivian. He's all good. Okay, down to 14, and that's the goal. We are trying to get their life total low enough that we can just start putting counters onto things with this Vivian and swing in where they can't handle it. Even if they swing in with Winota at this point, like, it's not gonna get us. All right, so it has an Embercleave, I'm assuming. So block here, block here. If they have the Embercleave, cool. With Questing Beast, we still have the game. All right, down to 10. No blockers. Sweetness. All right, so -2.
Savagery love.
Questing Beast. Grab the other Harbinger.
Chorus of roars.
Counters onto you and you. Those guys have trample. Trample onto Paradise Druid.
We're fit enough to survive.
And then swing. Yeah, it's a little decent.
I like
Oh, I like this deck a lot. Dude, there's just nothing better than going beefy and swinging in, you know? You know? Dude, that just feels good. On the draw, we have Garruk's Uprising, which lets us draw some cards if we get to turn 4. But what are the odds of actually getting to turn 4 without getting a ramp spell? Like, I actually like this hand for if we have a 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5 drop. I think we need to find, yeah, our ramp is what this deck is all about. So keep 6, drop a Viv, go for it. Turn 2 Harbinger, make Gilligoose food if we need to, if we don't find anything else. Blocker for the Spitter is nice. Don't shock the Goose. Dude, why does everyone hate Goose? It's delicious. You don't shock it. All right. Light up the stage. Forest, Grazier. Castle, pass the turn. All right, so we do jump. I'm totally fine with them spending a Rimrock Knight on that versus later. It's cool, it's cool. All right, Goosey and a Harbinger. So we get Vivian for the next turn as long as Goose stays alive. Rimrock Knight is a little bit annoying here. They have the Embercleave online now. All right, so we block here. Yeah, we block there. So the biggest thing I feel like this deck might need is maybe bringing in some Gem Razors. Because like if we had a Gem Razor on this next turn, that would be pretty sweet. It would really help us out here a lot. All right, play the Viv. Land off the top. Yay. All right, go Vigilance.
I'd like you to meet my friend.
All right, so they have 8 damage swinging in. We can double block. If they have any pump spell, we're in trouble. If they don't, we still get to kill it at least. So I guess no attacks, pass the turn. We're good with what's on board. All right, they get to pump it with the Fervent Champion. We still get to kill it, that's fine. So block, block, block. And they have the Flippin' Infuriate. What a hand! Whoo! Good for you, dude. Splendid Jorp there. Man, just drawing well. It's amazing how good that is. All right, I do think that Gem Razors could come into this deck for sure. I think we need another good 3-drop potential deck. So let's actually, yeah, let's add that in right now. I think 2 copies of Gem Razor. And go down. Let's go 1 Grazer, 1 Wolfella Haven. I still want the Wolfella Havens. I don't think cutting both of them is the right play here. And then I know some people are against me changing up the art here. I like the Godzilla art for most other arts, but not for the Gem Razor. Gem Razor needs to be that art. It is just so much butter. All right, up against Foxtail, we have the ramp. We have big things to ramp into. I dig it greatly. I did say so much butter. All right, so we don't have guaranteed ramp into Nissa, but I think it is better to try to go for like a Rook rather than the Harbinger here. So I guess we try to go for the Nissa past the turn. I mean, a turn 3 Nissa, it doesn't get much better than that, and we got it. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Yeah. Okay, swing in with the forest. Oh yeah, turn 3 Nissa. Good stuff. This is where mid-range is awesome. We dig the mid. They were saying for quite a while that mid-range doesn't really have a place. I do think things like Elder Gargaroth and with Nissa, you have to count that as mid-range. Those do add the potential to be able to do this. So we untap with, yeah, so much mana. Opponent's just like, yeah, we out of here. All right, up against Duck of Death. Bring it. I wish I had a Goose to go up against this, but a Sloth will work, I guess. All right, also mono green. Interesting. All right, we have turn 2 Gem Razor. And then hopefully we find some other things along the way here. All right, Goose means that we could ramp up into bigger, better things. I'm not sure if we can out Stompy this deck. I actually really like Lovestruck Beast with Wellborn Preserver, because you can, for 1 mana, create a 1/1 and then just make this massive. Yeah, I mean, we go for, let's see. What things are we holding back Gem Razor for, though? They are going to be playing, what's it called? The Henge. So I think that we wait and hold off on this. We play the Gilded Goose. We try to ramp into one of the bigger creatures. If we hit land, it's sweet. If we don't, Gem Razor goes in the air. We do have to deal with Wildborn Preserver, but that's fine. Oh, did you gift a sub to Brucci as well? Whoa! Yeah, happy birthday. It's determined. My chat's the coolest. All right, pass to my turn. All right, we did hit land, so now we go for, let's see, Nissa? Gargaroth? Gargaroth is big, but Nissa means we can play the other things. Potentially. Yeah, so go for Nissa. We should be able to keep it alive. No attacks, pass the turn. Buff young Tom Cruise. I'm not sure about buff. I have been working out lately. But I do hear I look like Tom Cruise. Unfortunately, marriage has been too kind to me, and I've gained like 50 pounds since I got married 5 years ago. So I'm on a journey to be losing it again. It will happen eventually. Doesn't pay for it. Intriguing. All right, so their deck has things like Ram Through and things like that. As long as we can keep Nissa at even 1, we're fine. Laugh is great. It's grand. What they should have done, because Wildborn Preserver has flash, they should have swung in with these two. I would have chumped here. I would have blocked the Wildborn Preserver. They would have flashed us in and killed my forest. At least got value out of the swing, killed 2 of my creatures. But now I'm not sure what the best move for them actually would be. Primal Might. I mean, I guess that's a thing you can do. Not even pumping on the one that can swing. I guess it kills it as well because they fight, huh? Alright, whatever. I mean, yeah, that's cool. You get to hit Nissa. Down to 3. All right, how much manas do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. All right, so 8 mana. So we can go Gargaroth and Harbinger and untap. Let's see here. We do have a little bit awkward mana, so I can't actually swing in with the forest while I do this, but that's fine. So you have 1 floating, untap. Harbinger I think is better. I'd rather have the goose blocking than just like Gem Razor onto the goose and like that. So yeah, Harbinger, no attacks past the turn. Now what you gonna do, huh? 1 card left in hand. It could be a big Primal Might. Could be another flash creature or something for a Preserver. All of these things are pretty fine. Gem Razor. Okay, Questing Beast. Hitting a land would be nice. Maybe we swing in with the Gargaroth. Then we can play Vivian and Questing Beast and bring something like a Harbinger out. I could just play Questing Beast and swing pretty aggressively here though as well. Like what all do they block, right? All right, untap the forest. I could also Gem Razor onto the goose, I guess, and swing over the top. No, yeah, I guess we hold back a little bit. So play swing with Questing Beast. I'm fine with it trading with either of these. Swing at Gargaroth. Now they have to choose which one they're trading with. And I could go with Harbinger to try to draw a card as well. What if I did that? They block here. They probably take the Questing Beast, double block on the Gargaroth. So I think just those two. Creating a beast isn't a bad idea either, but let's draw a card, try to hit more lands. We haven't played a land for turn yet. All right, there you go. All right, so they're blocking almost exactly as I had planned or thought they would. Wildborn Preserver is annoying, but it doesn't have trample, so we kill the Gem Razor. The issue is if Gem Razor gets put onto it. I think also fine. We can deal with that when it comes to it. So get creatures off the board, be able to start swinging in. They're top decking. We have a lot more value here, especially with Vivi coming down. Mrs. Vivs and another Nissa. Let's go ahead and give it trample. Vigilance would have been pretty nice too, but pass the turn. Yeah, they only have 1 card in hand, so even if it is Gem Razor, yeah, it becomes a bigger creature. It becomes a 5/5 with trample, but we can totally protect anything that we need to. I like this deck. I don't know about you guys, but this deck looks fun. It is fun. Oh, it's so good. The nice thing with Vivian here too is like, so if we don't have something we like off the top of the library, then we use the -2 to use Gem Razor onto something, and then we hope that whatever's on the top after that is better. So even if we have like a 1-drop or 2-drop here, using the -2 to shuffle what's on the top of the library to maybe get a little bit more card advantage is definitely worthwhile. I don't like Simic. I like Simic. Just played a lot of Simic. See you, Brucci. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Baggy Muff, what's up, bruh? Dude, I'm doing good. Not using the Castle End Breath. I guess you can't quite use it and use the token here. So yeah, that's fair. All right, swings at Vivian. Doesn't swing at Vivian. Swings at Vivian. Doesn't. Okay. We're going to put the Gilded Goose there. Gem Rage can go into a forest all day long with the Vigilance. Seems pretty nice. All right, so -2.
I hope they
Mutate onto a forest.
savagery.
Grab a Harbinger. Put it over. That is wrong. Why does it do that? I've had that same thing happen a number of times, and I still am so confused by it. I put it over the top. This has happened to me in the past as well, and I just don't get it. All right, now we start swinging in, I think. We have chump blockers still. They do get to kill something, but meh. So it should become the Gem Razor completely and totally. So this should be a 7/7. All right, so they know that we have Gargaroth coming next turn. A lot of lands out in the battlefield. They did kill some lands. That's annoying, but fine. This is a land as well. I have to remember that. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Primal Might kills with the token. Oh, that's glorious to behold. All right, how aggressive do you swing in? I think they're hoping that we don't yeah, and this is totally fine. All right, so we have lethal on board, right? So no blocks.
I am in need of rest.
Swing in. That's the game. So yeah, tell me why. Is there actually a reason? Because Arena does have a lot of bugs here and there. We found quite a few of them. But there are other times when they actually have the rules right, and I just don't understand it. So let me know if you do know why Gem Razor becomes a 3/3 here rather than becoming a 7/7. It does seem like it should be different. Yeah. I don't understand that. I think it's got to be wrong. So, no. Arena does arena type of things here and there. All right, up against this guy, we're going to go ahead and keep this. We have the ramp. We'd love to hit another land, so we have the turn 3 plays. A couple more lands. But even Garuk on turn whatever, it ain't bad. And this ain't bad. I like it a whole heck of a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Not a land. I really wanted that to be land. All right, land off the top means we have all of our hopes and dreams accomplished here. Cauldron Familiar. All right, they have all their hopes and dreams accomplished. Okay, not quite. They don't have the Witch's Oven. It's going to happen with the Goose, though. We'll see. Charlotte Crumbs is online, at least. There we go. All right, so we good is what this means right here. All right, so go Nis. Untap a forest. Swing in. Play another Paradise Druid. Life is so grand. Yeah, Godly Gamers, if you know why, if there is a reason why I have it wrong, yeah, that'd be great to know. Yeah, blocks with Familiar, that's fine. This lets them sack a food. It is technically better for them to have this situation here. So maybe I shouldn't have swung in. Didn't use it on the end step. Intriguing. Did they have mana? Oh, I guess. I mean, with the Gilded Goose Unhasty, they should have been able to sack a food with Gilded Goose, use the mana that they make with the Gilded Goose to then draw a card with it. But whatever. I mean, we are doing some big things. I think another land off top. Let's see, 1, 2, a lot and a half, 10 mana. So we have 12 mana. Gargaroth and Garruk, and a little bit more, and just a little bit more. All right, Gargaroth. Yeah, we're playing things like that. What you gonna do about it? This is reach, so it does kind of beat the core vault here. Play the Garruk. Tick up on forest. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Oh, I love it. It's so good. And this is kind of more on the fair side. All right, we have a couple of turns to draw a card here, and hopefully draw land. A couple of 4-drops means that Goose will get us to some of these on turn 3, potentially. So we keep. We got the land. We could go Gem Razor. We're not going to be greedy though. Past the turn. Gem Razor is more of, it's one of our few things that actually interacts with what other people do. So just create food. Just chill, yo. Gosh, people. Although I could go Gem Razor now. We'll see. I think Questing Beast is butter. Go Beastly, swing in. Down to 16 past the turn. So we have Gargaroth on the next turn, or a trampling Questing Beast. I have a feeling they have a counter spell, so I think Garruk is the better thing to have countered here, not actually sack a food. Yeah, because it does definitely create some upside, but it's fine. Yeah, has the rewind. Let's see if they also have Nightpack Ambusher. I'm not sure if they'd actually trade it here, but down to 12, past the turn. All right, they do. They do indeed. What's up, Moipass? Doing some big green stompy. Big green Gargaroth is what this is. Giving Trample to Questing Beast is still a pretty good play. Having Gem Razor swing over the top isn't terrible. This is the issue, is these tempo-y type of decks really hurt us. We're mid-range, so anything that plays control and can just counter our big things. So we're spending all of our mana on one thing every turn. If they can counter it for 2 mana and do something else, they're getting value overall. And so this is the hardest matchup for our decks like this. We can swing it with Questing Beast and try to get a second Questing Beast down. I think that Garruk is the thing, again, we're okay with having be countered. Lofty Denial. Alright, so we do pay for it. That works. Alright, let's go ahead and go for Trample, I guess. Swing in. Down to 5 past the turn. So I'm expecting a Brazen Borrower at some point. No Brazen Borrower. Wow. Alrighty then. They did have a chance of staying alive. They would have created one more wolf. So they would have had one more wolf. Beast Whisperer would have done 1 damage to each of them and done stuff. At the same time, though, if they didn't have counter spells, if they didn't have anything else, maybe they had like too many Lofty Denials, and we could just kind of play around them a little bit. Up against CG 45. Convert, go 45, obviously. Keep this. I think it is Grazer that you play here. I mean, I think it's better to be able to not have to utilize the food to play Harbinger. Gilded Goose is okay on the later turns. Like, what is the better play to play with that? Because, like, Gilded Goose has to wait a turn every time. Like, now if we don't hit land, what are we doing? Just playing 2 Goosies? 2 Goosies aren't the bestest the thingies to play. I can't feel like I don't know how you guys take me seriously when I say things like Goosies. I'm really sorry that I'm this way. But I mean, what are you gonna do? All right, swing with Harbinger. I'm assuming they let it through. Spear Speeder gets a lot worse when we're doing a lot of damage to you as well. All right, go Paradise Druid. Now we'll go... Actually, we go Harbinger again. Big beefy body. What you gonna do about it? Pass the turn. We go Slammo on you. If we find land, then great. If not, we play a couple of things. 2 geese in the air. A couple of reach creatures. Not the worst. All right, so swing in with 2 Harbingers. You are you. Wait, who is me? Who's being me now? Who? Why didn't anyone tell me? Gem Razor, also a big beefy blocker in the air. Let's go Gem Razor. Destroy the Cavalcade. Have a reach creature. Seems okay. Big ol' whiff there. All right. It already had a reach, so if they do have removal somehow, this is worse, but kill the Cavalcade. Make them cry a lot inside. Oh man. Beating the Cavalcade decks brings so much joy to my heart, to my soul, to my very being. All right, and Questing Beast. So they can survive, but it's not looking good. They got to put the Torbrand onto the Gem Razor. I guess they don't have to, but yeah. So they get to kill Harbinger that way. Come on, fire off the Spear Spewer. It does 3 damage to you as well. Oh no, it's only if it does damage to an opponent. All right, down to 2. Torbrand and a blocker. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, get rid of the Torbrand. No sense in letting it stay around. Force the block. Paradise Druid. Goose. They're top deck, and we get to go Gargaroth next turn, or Vivian. I guess Vivian into Gargaroth is the better play.
You want to fight me?
All right, give this reach, pass the turn.
We will adapt to any threat.
Yeah, just pass the turn. I mean, they're staying in the game, but we have not run out of gas at all. -2, play the Gargaroth next turn. Yeah, opponent scoops it up. There we go. All right. I think we've had enough beating people down in Mythic, you know. I can just only do so much Mythic beatdowns in one day. That's not true. We're going to do more. But overall, I really like Big Green Gargaroth. This was a sweet, fun deck. We played it for an hour here, and I'm going to do a wrap up here for YouTube. So overall, I really like the deck. I think it's fun. I think it's powerful. We got to see how busted just the Planeswalkers are in general, first off, and then also having the creatures. Adding the Gem Razors, I think absolutely was the right call here. Yeah, it just kind of functioned well. I think that 16, or I think we had 15 ramp spells in the early game was a smidge too much, especially when we have, you know, one of the cards we're ramping up to also ramps us up and everything like that. I think that I think overall this is kind of the right play. We never saw the Ugin, but there was a couple of games where we could have played it and it would have been pretty nice to have had there. So maybe you bring in, like, go down one Garuk into another Ugin to have a bit more ramp. I think one copy is fine though. I think that's fun. We did add some sideboard stuff. We never actually got to see it, but just a few copies to use with Vivian, the Arcbow Ranger. I don't like to play best of 3 that much right now, at least in standard. There are some other times that it is nice, but overall, this deck is really powerful. If you guys are looking for something that does well in Mythic, if you have a crap ton of Mythic cards as well, this is just a way to go, I guess, as well. So check it out if you guys want to. But yeah, overall, make sure you guys please like and subscribe on YouTube and follow me here on Twitch, where we're going to be playing some more stuff here today. Yeah, so here we go.